So when doing synthetic division, the rule of thumb is the divisor must be linear. So in this case, just to go through quickly how to set up the synthetic, you set up the divisor, you find the 0 of the divisor, which is 1, because x minus 1 equals 0, x equals to 1, so that would go into here. And then we set up the coefficients from highest degree to lowest degree and fill in the missing degrees with 0. We have a cubic, which is 2. We don't have an x squared, so we put a 0. We have an x, 5, and negative 2. The next thing we do is do the synthetic division. We bring this down, 2. We multiply 2 times 1, which is 2. Then we take these two, add them to, again, repeat. 2 times 1 is 2. 5 plus 2 is 7. Again, 7 times 1 is 7. And then you add 5. This last part here in red is the remainder. So what we can say, these numbers are the coefficients of the quotient starting from the degree lower. And in other words, the quotient is going to be 2, 2, 2, but the degree is going to be x squared, not x cubed, because you're taking an x cubed divided by linear, leaving you a degree of 2. Next is plus 2x, and then plus 7. So what we can say about this is the quotient is this, and the remainder is 5. So we can say that the dividend, which is this part here, is 2x3 plus 5x minus 2 is equals to the divisor multiplied by 2x squared plus 2x plus 2, which is the quotient, divisor, plus the remainder. So if you were to expand this and add 25, you end up getting the dividend. So when the divisor is not in the form of x minus a number, where there's a coefficient in front of here, the synthetic division is, you need to proceed with caution, like the title of this video. So we do the same thing, we set up the coefficients, like the same thing as the last slide, but now we're going to have to figure out the 0 of this, which is x equals to 3 over 2, which we're going to put over here, and the process of synthetic division restarts. You bring down the 2, you multiply, now you multiply these 2, which becomes 3, take 3, then you have 9 over 2, then we have 19 over 2 when you add these two numbers, fractions, and then we do again, we multiply these 2, we end up getting, I believe it's 15 over 9, and then this piece will be the remainder. I'm not going to actually add fractions. So when we do this question, we can say the following. So we can say that the dividend, which is 5x plus 2, is equals to the following. Now the divisor, when you do synthetic division, is in the form of x minus something. In other words, x minus 3 over 2. And this part here, this red part here, is the quotient, which is 2x squared plus 3x plus 10 over 9 plus the whatever this number is. However, in this question here, if I were to look at this question here, the divisor is not x minus 3 over 2, it's actually 2x minus 3. In other words, if you're to do the following, you might have to adjust when dividing by something that's not x minus a number form. So in other words, this has to become 2x minus 3 over 2. So it's 2x minus 3. So this part here is my true divisor based on the original question, not this. Now what happened from here to here is that it doubled. So if I'm going to multiply this by 2, meaning I doubled this, that means the quotient here has to be balanced by also dividing by 2, opposite. So if this is doubled, in order to balance the total product, we're going to have to divide by 2. In other words, everything here divides by 2 becomes x squared plus 3x over 2 plus 10 over 18, which becomes 5 over 9. And then plus, this is not affected. This is not part of the two factors together. This is just the remainder, whatever that fraction is. So when dividing by, as I said, this format here where you have a ax plus b format where the a is not equal to 1, you have to be careful of how you do synthetic division. So in other words, this is your true divisor, and this is your true quotient. And just to add one more note, you can always check whether your divisor and quotient are okay. So basically, what I'm saying is all you have to do is take these two and multiply. I can actually check right away. 2x times x squared becomes 2x cubed. Actually, this should be a cube. So therefore, just be aware that, just be cautious when you use synthetic vision, as I said, when something is in the form of ax plus b, where a is not equal to 1.